Hey folks, Grumpy Chuck here again with the daily scoreboard of the oil disaster. So let's sort of see what happened yesterday on May 13th. Like I really want to tell you and like you really want to hear it from me. Well, this quite attractive woman is Senator Murkowski of Alaska, beautiful state of Alaska, who single-handedly thwarted attempts in the Senate yesterday of raising BP's liability from $75 million to $10 billion. She's against them having to pay their liability in this disaster, for causing it. And her reasoning was it will hurt mom-and-pop rig operators. NRA loves her too. Look at this photo. It's you gotta always have a picture holding that gun, you know. But it would hurt mom and pop rig operators. But what it would really hurt is that BP would not line her pocket with PAC money as they have incredibly done. Now here's a picture of the pipeline in Alaska, and I put this in because she's also wants pipelines to have the right-of-way even through Denali National Park. She wants pipelines to have the right-of-way through one of the most beautiful regions on the face of the earth. Now, here she is enjoying fishing. Look at that salmon, would you please? I'm a fisherman, I'd love to do that. But if she keeps her ways, this is what she's going to be catching. I mean, come on, Senator. You know, there's no limit on the damage being caused, so why do you think it's okay to limit the liabilities of companies that do this, namely BP? Now, not all these pictures are from the current oil disaster, but I thought I'd throw in a few good past oil disasters. This one actually comes from the beautiful state of Alaska. Okay, let's move on. My commentary will not go with the pictures, I don't think. Now, BP yesterday said, and I think today on the 14th, they're actually trying the riser insertion tube, but they say they're going to either use an untested riser insertion tube or the containment box, the top hat. But I think personally, I think they're going to skip the whole top hat thing. They're also continuing to drill a relief well, but that would take 2 to 3 months. Now, this is going to, remember that figure, 2 to 3 months. This really is all the BP said yesterday. Now, here's a graphic of the insertion tube. It's totally untested. Certainly the tube on the illustration at the bottom, man, that looks clean. That looks really clean, doesn't it? So it's a little tube. It's like, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches wide. It's got this thing that's supposed to balloon out and can handle the PSI that this oil pipe is spewing out. It can somehow block that off, and then they'll pipe the oil up to the surface, and knowing BP, they're going to refine that oil and sell it to you as fast as they can pump it out of that broken pipe. Okay, so also that was kind of covered yesterday, I think in congressional hearings, was the catastrophic failure of the fail-safe system. Absolutely pure neglect on the part of BP and the safety regulators. Even with BP's horrendous safety record from the past, and it has been horrendous, don't fall for what these Joes are telling you. Their safety record is abominable. They were excused from a number of safety regulations, not only for this platform, but for other platforms that they operate in American waters. And for other operations. They're excused from this because the politicians that say, yeah, you're excused from it, are in their back pocket. These guys spend so much money on PAC money and on individual contributions, it would make your head spin. It's abominable. It's a crime. There were 260... I can't even go into it. It makes me so crazy. But, I mean, just like this, the hydraulic hoses that operating the automatic capping system in case the worst case scenario happened, the hydraulic hoses were leaking. They would have found that out if they did the testing the way they were supposed to. But, of course, they fudged the tests. I saw another interview with a guy that blew the whistle on BP in Alaska. And he was one of the testers and said, nope, you're supposed to test it for 5 minutes at a certain PSI. Nope, they'd have us do it for 30 seconds. Turn the paper so it looked like 5 minutes or something. You know, BP is shameful at best. Awful. Now, kind of get to the end here. I'm tired. It's Friday. And it makes me sick to even look at these photographs anymore. The last picture I'm going to show you is of our hero of the day. His name is Steve Worley. He's a professor at... This is the guy right here. He's a professor at Purdue University. Now, he's one of these guys, you know, he actually wrote a book on measuring fluids in certain ways to do with, you know, from the footage that we're all now seeing of oil spewing out. He's a professor of fluid mechanics, and he has come out and said that it's not even anywhere close to 5,000 barrels, and that his least estimate of what's happening is 50,000 barrels a day, more like 70,000 barrels a day with a 20% chance of error. So it could be 50, 70, or 90. It just keeps getting better, folks. Talk to you later.